Thank you, Steve. Well, it's your tax dollars at work. The chancellor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison spending her days using your money to lobby alumni against Governor Scott Walker. In emails obtained by the Daily Caller, Chancellor Rebecca Blank encourages alum to fight back against his budget cut plan, calling it, quote, just too big, and telling them to, quote, have a significant negative effect on UW-Madison and its students. But our next guest, a student at the university, says that this is all just a political ploy. Joining us now, a member of the college Republicans at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, is Anthony Birch. Good morning to you, Anthony. What were the emails that you came across?
Good morning, Elizabeth. Thank you for having me. So initially, when the governor's proposal came out, responses started coming from ASM, our student government, and the chancellor, from our administration, and they had a common theme. They had a common tone. It was distinctly one-sided. To paraphrase and sum it up, they essentially thought that the sky was falling, that the UW system was not going to be able to operate as it should anymore because of the governor's proposal.
Sure, and you know there are some ties to the president that some are saying that Rebecca Blank may have. But let's take a look at the salary, because I think this is an important point. Scott Walker's salary, $147,328. The chancellor, Rebecca Blank, pulling in nearly $495,000 in benefits. So when she makes 3/4 of her salary on taxpayer money, to not present the other side to students and alum, you say is what?
I think it's completely irresponsible. As someone who makes 3 times what the governor of the state makes, I think she should expect, and I think it's completely reasonable for the taxpayers of the state and the students that are paying tuition to go to the university to question how efficient and how effective the UW system is operating.
And you say if you are going to present both sides, you actually have evidence there. You sent out an email saying don't rush to conclusions. What are the positives? Because she put out the negatives. In fairness now, with the opportunity, what are the positives in terms of Scott Walker that you see as it relates to your university?
Yeah, so she sent out those emails and ASM sent out their email, so we decided to respond. And what the governor's proposal does is it's a 2.5% reduction in funding of the overall UW system's budget. What it does not do is leave the UW system without any way to make up those losses. The governor's plan includes a plan for a public authority for the university, or an autonomy plan, and that's where that $150 million number comes from. It's not the governor sitting in the Capitol, spinning a wheel, saying, how much am I going to cut from the university this year? That's where that $150 million number comes from. It's what can be saved yearly by the UW system if they embrace this idea.
How much of a disservice is it to students right now, just quickly before we go, to not have that other side put out by your chancellor there? It has to be put out by you.
You know, and I think it's a complete disservice, but it's making us as college Republicans better and stronger. As my dad would always tell me growing up, adversity breeds character, and this is just one of those times. And we're going to keep telling students all the great things that the governor is doing for us, whether it's freezing tuition or doing it again. And that's just what we're going to keep doing, and we're going to keep fighting that fight.
Well, Anthony Birch, we thank you for joining us today. I'm sure you have a busy day ahead of you. Best of luck.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You got it.